Hello guys, what's up and welcome back to Scrollonomics, the only news channels that drop facts harder than your bank after 6 sales.
So, today's big question. Why do people spend like billionaires when they are actually broke? Also known as consumer behavior and economic distribution.
Basically, your brain saying I want this, but your bank account says oh hell nah.
Facts. So, consumer behavior is about how people spend their limited money to try and feel happy. It's about why you choose Milo over Vico or why you suddenly need a ring light at 3 a.m.
It's the science of being broke strategically. Economists call it maximizing your utilities, aka trying to get the most satisfaction using every ringgit they have.
And understanding this stuff helps business set price, design ads, and make you click add to cart faster than your salary clears.
Now, on the flip side, the economic distribution, like who gets the good, the money, and the vibes.
And spoiler alert, it's not always fair. Government policies plays a big role here, such as tax, subsidies, and public service. They all decide who gets what.
Like bro, your access to your good hospitals, clean water, and a chill PTV plans, but it depends on which group income you're in.
Yes, here in Malaysia, we got B40, M40, and T20. And trust me, the gap between city peeps and kampung folks still real.
So, if we actually understand like who spend and who has the money, we can actually build a better policies and help everyone, not just the kaya gang.
Alright, let's scroll deeper into the money mess because your wallet is crying for answer.
Alright guys, today we have a real life economics student itself, EK.
Hi, I was told I will get food.
We will pay you to your eyes and emotional damage. Okay, now let's talk about consumer behavior. We start with something simple, utility. Iki, have you ever eaten 3 roti canai in one go?
Yes, don't judge. Finance week was tough.
No judgment here, that's actually economic in action. See, total utility is the total satisfaction you get from all those roti canai combined.
Yes, like if the first one was amazing and then the second one still good, the third one make you question your life choice.
So, to you is my like full-blown food happiness chart?
Exactly. Now, here's where it gets spicy. Marginal utility, the extra happiness you get from each additional roti. More like, was it the worth it feeling per bite?
It's like first roti canai, it's habit. Second one, still good. The third one, meh. The fourth one, repeat. And for the fifth one...
No.
Yes, that's called the law of diminishing marginal utility. The more you consume the same good, the less satisfaction you get from each extra unit.
Basically, the more you eat, the less it slaps. But this law assumes a few things.
First, every unit must be identical.
No cheating with fancy sambal.
Second, must be eaten continuously.
No TikTok bridge.
Third, same person, same preference.
No craving pizza halfway.
Fourth, no mood swings. Keep your taste consistent.
So, if I stuff myself with question maker after 14 hours of puzzle, the first one is different. But by the fourth, I'm thinking about my funeral.
Yes, something like that.
That's why consumers don't keep buying the same thing endlessly. Once the satisfaction per unit is lower than the price, not worth it.
So, you're saying that micro addiction is more scientifically true?
Yes, but at least you suffered for knowledge. Now that's noble.
Can I leave now?
Yes. Alright people, meet Lisa, a full-time office worker, a part-time Shopee ambassador, and a full-time Gaji complainer.
Excuse you, Gaji realist. I work 9 to 6, Monday to trauma. If wage were rise, mine will be low battery.
But here's the plot twist. Your wage is not just vibes. It's actually decided by this thing called a perfectly competitive labor market.
Perfectly what now?
In a perfectly competitive labor market, wages are determined by supply and demand, not your boss's moods or whether Mercury is in retrograde.
Exactly. Imagine this. Lots of employers are competing for workers and lots of workers are freely offering their labors. no one has full controls over wage.
So when demand for workers goes up, like in peak Grab food season, wages rise. But then, when too many people are job hunting, wages fall back down. Just like my CGPA is doing finance back then.
So it outstore balance, no drama.
In theory, yes. That's what we call the equilibrium wage. It's the magical point where the number of people wanting jobs equal to the number of jobs available.
Malaysia's industries like manufacturing, services, and agriculture mostly run like this. Wages move based on market conditions.
Let's say wage go too high. Suddenly everyone wants to work, but SMEs can't afford to hire.
Boo! Unemployment.
Now flip it. If wage are too low, not enough people will work, especially in skill areas like IT. Companies will panic higher and eventually raise salaries again.
Supply drops, demand rises, and suddenly you're the main character.
But here's the best part. In this system, you get paid based on your marginal productivity.
It means the extra value you bring, like if you can solve system crashes or boost efficiency, you're worth more.
There are factors behind this wage drama. Factor 1. Labor productivity. Workers who produce more output, like creating more value for the company, usually earn more.
Next, factor 2, labor supply. Now, if too many people want to work at the same job, especially the low skill one, the competition will get wild and the wages drop.
Now for factor 3, education and skill level. People with degrees or skills earn more. Tertiary educated workers have better pay and lower unemployment.
Moving on to the last factor, union influence. Now, here's the spicy one. Unions not super loud in Malaysia, but still relevant.
Okay, I get how wage work now. But let me ask this. If I'm just a worker, then who's cashing in the economy?
Ooh, we are entering the boss level mode now. Beyond wages, we are talking about profit, interest, rent, aka the VIP club of economic interest.
Yes, and each factor of production gets its own reward. Rent, reward to landowners. Profit, reward to entrepreneurs. And interest, reward to capital providers. First, rent. Rent is paid to those who own land or natural resources. The Ricardian theory says rents happen because of difference in land quality. More fertile, more output, more rent.
So if your land is like Wakanda land, super fertile, you will earn more?
That explains why my landlord charged 1.8k for a showboat apartment near a train station.
Really? But that's actually part of the modern theory of rent. Even if the land is not fertile, if it's on strategic location like KL City or commercial hotspots, rent goes sky high.
You're not paying for the space, you're paying for the vibes.
Next, profit. Entrepreneurs earn profit for taking risks and organizing production.
There are two types, sis. First, normal profit. Just enough to keep your bare minimum before you end up selling nasi lemak in your cupboard.
Relatable. I've been that close.
Then there's economic or supernormal profit, when companies earn more than the normal level, often because of innovation or market power.
Example, those tech bros or the big boys in oil and gas. They don't just swim in profit, there's snorkel in them.
Lastly, we have got interest. You know what is interest?
Yes.
Really?
Really?
Okay. Interest is the return to people who provide capital, like when you save money in a bank.
Just like when your money go into little adventure and bring back more friends. Kalau interest rate, okay lah.
Wait, so my 50 ringgit saving to be out there growing, meanwhile I'm here growing grey hairs?
Really? Yeah, that's why interest rates matter. In Malaysia, the influence savings, loans, investments, even inflation.
So basically, the economy is like a group project. I do the most work but everyone else still get marks.
Well, welcome to capitalism, queen.
Whatever.
Bro, ever wonder how Malaysia fixed their economy without going bankrupt?
Simple, smart policies. we are talking about price controls, cash aid, fair wage, tax reforms, and my favorite, modern farming technology.
First up, rice. I eat it, you eat it too. And I bet Tok Zai has been growing up with it since Merdeka.
Oi, lima boy, panggil kan? Panas tengok.
Relax, Tok Zairi, your moment is coming. So, the government sets price control and gives subsidies for rice. That way, people don't have to choose between nasi and minyak motor.
Plus, farmers like Tok Zairi gets cash assistance. Food becomes affordable, farmers survive, and the gap between city and kampung shrinks.
Kalau Ampun nak tahu ada sebab ada subsidi. Kau tak kan aku tak boleh nak beli baju dengan cuaca lah ni aku tak pernah tu.
Okay, he means farming is rough, but the aid helps a lot.
Second policies, direct cash aid. Like BSH, straight out ringgit drop into your bank account, especially if you are B40.
Yes. Yes, Tok Zairi?
Nasib baik lah ada BSS. Dengan BSS tu lah aku boleh beli radio. Boleh lah dengar lagu P&B sambil tengok orang main bola kat ni, kat Padang ni.
Oh yes, that cash helps families cover daily essentials like food, transport, and school stuff.
Third, tax policies and public spending. The rich pay more, the poor gets the benefit. That's how we get our hospital, schools, and better roads.
Ya betul. Nasib baik lah ada klinik kat kampung ni. Aku dah setiap kali harga telur ni kan, mesti dah aku dah tinggi aku ni. Tak tahu siapa. Nasib baik lah.
Correct. Next, rural development. More tools, technology, and market access for kampung folks. Productivity up, income increase.
Okay, Tok. Imagine if you got drone in your kebun. You can harvest much more faster, right?
Drone. Cucu aku pandai pakai drone. Tapi aku pakai barang je. Old school.
Okay.
Now, let's move to wage fairness. It's not just about minimum wage, it's about living wage, enough to survive in your location.
RM 1.5k in KL? Bro, you're gonna start eating roti jala every damn day. But here in Sungai Petani Kedah, you'll be able to enjoy your grilled fish while watching sunset.
RM4.5 harga TI kat KL.
Oh, betul.
Kat sini saya setengah lah. Murah. Biar aku bantu sendiri lah kat rumah aku. Sedap tak?
Yes, relatable. That's why we need regional wage policies.
Yup, and next, rent control. Some landlords have their ad on the outer space. The rent stays up every year, but the room stays leaked like a broken water park.
That's why we propose something like the Affordable Rent and Profit Redistribution Act, where landlords making big profits help contribute to housing development.
Rumah sewa api bedang tu ada lah. RM4.5 murah lah. Tapi bumbung dia zinc lah. So bila hujan dia macam bunyi sikit lah.
Last one, price controls on basic goods. Eggs, oil, veggies, totally flying under the radar.
Yes, also imagine a Shopee-style review system, but for that one shop selling ikan kembung like it's a salmon.
Ikan kembung RM12 sekilo. Mahal. Biar aku pergi sungai belakang aku tangkap ikan, aku balik, aku masak lah. Murah. Senang, free.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Now, real-world examples of successful policies in Malaysia. This is not just a theory, okay? Malaysia actually tried these things.
Like TVET training, teaching AI, robotics, and EV to youth so they can get jobs.
AI? Dia AT yo.
Close enough to.
Alright then, there's a fiscal reform, GST. May be controversial, but it helped reduce reliance on money oil.
Yes, less subsidies for food, more funds for public service.
Ni aku nak buat mai. Kalau harga minyak naik aku tak kisah. Aku pergi masjid, aku naik bersekat je.
Really? So yeah, Malaysia's policies, not perfect, but there's progress.
Short-term support plus long-term reforms means sustainable change.
Janji TI jangan naik harga. Kalau naik juga aku jet belakang sorang-sorang.
Okay.
So, the moral of the story is, don't just simply blow up your duit gaji on Shopee sales. There's actually science behind your spending.
Microeconomics help us make informed choice, better distribution, stronger society.
So, don't just simply tap your card, because you are shaping your economy.
And that's a wrap for the real economics of your wallet.
Like, share.
Dan jangan lupa tag kawan-kawan post semua no.
Peace out!